Hey, what's up you guys? I got a quick, nice short video for you this week. What I want to talk about is sometimes the smallest, quickest install mods are some of your best that you can put on your vehicle. So I'm going to show you a couple things that I did real quick, and then we're going to get into what I think might be my favorite of everything I'm going to do to this. At least so far, it is definitely going to be my favorite. So yesterday, I put on a custom grill. So a guy up in Flagstaff made this for me. It is a hex grill with the old, I think it might be the early 80s Toyota emblem on there. So instead of this one, which was really ugly, we got this. So the hex, there's some of the new Tundras, the new Tacomas. I don't know if they come with it or if it's an aftermarket thing, but I've seen a lot of them with this and I thought it looked really good. So here's what it is. The other modification I did was I got the windows tinted. They come factory tinted, but if you're out, well, in Arizona, but if you're out anywhere kind of off-roading or overlanding, you want to get your windows tinted, especially if you have like a wagon like this. There's a lot of area in there and it's all windowed. Got to try and keep that heat down. It took a while to get it. It was like a month and a half I took to schedule it. I've never had a window tint take that long to get it in. But what afterwards, if you guys know anything about window tinting, you're not really supposed to, you can drive it, you just can't roll the windows up and down for about 3 days, to be safe, 3 days. But what I decided to do was I parked it back in here, did the grill, that way I wouldn't accidentally roll them down. But I can show you quickly what this looks like. I think they look really good, and it made a huge difference inside. This comes factory with like a bronze tint that's kind of, I must be built into the window because usually they don't lay tint over tint. So this has a bronze type filter on it, which is good for UV. That's what I read. So those are a couple little things I did. I did the grill, got the windows tinted. The car's been sitting for today's day 4 now. But I got my center console in. So a few weeks ago I did a video on the shifter console from Delta Vehicle Systems, and it's awesome. I love it. And this is the piece that's going to tie it all together. This bad boy here is what I was talking about, as far as one of those small things that is just going to be one of the best things I put in there. One, it's a lockbox. It's a lockbox. It's got a, like a, you know, those secure, like in the Jeep. In the Jeep, I've got like some Tuffy or another brand lockboxes under the seat where you could lock, you know, some valuables in there, a pistol or something, whatever you want. This is lockable, good lock. It's all made out of metal and powder coated. I've got the vinyl wrap over the top. I opted for vinyl. I've been doing some research for my seat covers, and they talk about how the new vinyls, they look like leather, they feel like leather, but they're like way more durable. They don't tend to crack and do all the stuff that leather does. So thinking about that with my seats, I opted for the vinyl here instead of the leather wrap over the top. We'll see how that works out. I'm going to show you all the different options, but this one's got options for cup holders. There's all kinds of stuff you can put inside this thing. You can put in fuse panels, you can put in like holster holders, like with those RTT Safari Land things where you could do quick releases. There's a ton of stuff you can do with this, or you can do nothing with it and just have a nice big, much taller center console, because this Land Cruiser has no armrests and the center console is very low and very small. Should be really quick to install this thing. It's literally 3 bolts. 3 bolts. Now there's a couple different types of directions you got to do, whether you have the stock standard center the shifter console, You have to take that out to put this in. Or if you have the one that I have, which is Delta Vehicle Systems matching this console, it says you have to take it out. I'm not sure. We'll see. But if not, it's only 3 12mm bolts. So much nicer in here now that it's tinted. You can see how nice and dark the back is, and it's a super bright sunny day. Windshield, I got to get it repaired because it's cracked and it's all sand blown. But here is, I'm going to show you the 3 bolts. There's one there. And there's 2 right there. That's it. So this wraps around it. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull this out or I'm going to have to take this out. We're going to find out. But I'm going to save you the trouble of watching me unscrew 3 bolts. I'm going to try and get this thing out. So I got it in. Once again, sweating. It's it's so hot out here. And I was working inside the car with the windows still up, just with the doors open, giving it a little bit more time on these on the tint. Tint looks really good, but I got it in. A little bit weird with the alignment of the shifter console here to the big console. There's a couple of screws here and here that didn't line up great because you have to shim this up in the air so the wires that run underneath here don't get pinched. So I had to lift this console up a little bit. There's a sheet metal screw back here and same thing on the outside over here. I took those out. I don't know if you can see. So it lifted up about a quarter, eighth to a quarter of an inch. It's not all the way down, but now it's bolted firmly here and here with these 2 bolts. And then up in front, I've got bolts going in here. So these and these make this all good one solid piece. So I put this drink holder on the front, and there's 2 different positions you can put it in. You can fix mount it, or you can mount it like I did, which is flip up mount. So it flips up, and underneath here, you've got about 3 inches worth of storage from the bottom of the drink holder to there. So you have some storage there. I put a drink holder on the back right here, and I put that in the fixed position so that doesn't flip up, but you can have it flip up. And there is 2 different areas you can do. I did the top one. The lower one basically puts it on the floor. Now if you can see, there's some holes in the side, and these are for brackets that you can add to the inside. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these holes. I'm going to get a piece of aluminum and run it between 2. There's 3 holes across. I'm going to run it between there. I'm going to mount my fire extinguisher right here. I could mount it there, or I could mount it across the back, but I think I'm going to try and mount it here. So it'll be right where I can grab it real easy. And the fire extinguisher mount is really thin. The holes are actually narrow, just this wide. So I figured I could either mount it like this or mount it like this off of a strap, and I don't have to drill any holes into the console. I'll just bolt a piece of aluminum, bolt this to the aluminum, bolt the aluminum through the existing holes, and then I can have my little fire extinguisher handy. So the coolest thing about it is the height of it. Let's see if you can see. I'll get in here. So there's my arm on it right there. It's like exactly where you would want a armrest. And it's actually a little bit wider, so it comes a little bit closer to my seat. In the factory one, there was a little cup holder right here where I used to put my coffee cup, and it won't fit in there now. So that's good. It's a little bit closer, but it's right here. It's really comfortable. Let's see if I close the door, if it's a little bit higher than the armrest on the door here. This one. Just a little bit higher. And that's fine, because I don't ever use this lower one. I rest my arm up on the window here. Before, I couldn't even use it. I would have to like lean down like this to get to it. Now I can rest my arm on here. Usually, even though I have this nice black vinyl on it, Usually I put a towel over it anyway because you know, it's just softer. But this is nice. I like it a lot. It's cavernous of room down in there. Plus, I don't know if I showed this earlier, but I opted, when you get the cover on the top, you don't have to get the cover on the top. It can just be metal. But if you get the cover on the top, you can add this piece, and this folds down. It's hard to see because it's all black. But it's a tray. It's a tray here. Like you could put your phone in there, I guess. And it's got, it won't fall down. It's got this mesh up in here. Pretty cool. But I could put some of that drawer liner in here and probably just use double stick tape to hold it in. But man, this thing, it's huge down in here. All right, so here's both consoles together. Now all I have to do is fix the seats. Cup holder here, phone holder here, double cup holder here, double cup holder on the back, flip up storage underneath here. I got place for 2 more switches here, 2 more switches up there, and also if I want to do a knockout on that, I can do the switch pod thingy. Nice top on it. It's got it does have padding. I couldn't tell if it was just over it, but there is padding here. Nice amount of padding. And then you got the lock on the front. Nice big handle. It's got one of those air shocks in here. Bring this down to there. Ton of room down in there. It's not like it's designed to be locked, like a security type thing, right? You want it metal, you know? You want it metal. So here's the old one. You can see this is the cup holder I was talking about. This sat right in between my seat, was right here, and I'd put my coffee cup in this. Might be able to take it off and try and reuse this, but I don't know. I'll have to take a look at that. A little Grom action. So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Pretty good. So I got the grill on there. I got the windows tinted. Now I finally got the center console in to tie into the shifter console. So that part's all good to go. Those open areas where the switches can go, I don't know what I'm going to be adding to this yet. So I'm just going to probably put some blanks, you know, a blank flat piece in there till I decide down the line if I add some maybe camping lights or something. Usually though with camping lights, you don't necessarily put the controls there. You might put them in the back. But if you got like ditch lights or some side lights, you would put them there. Because off-roading at night, if you guys have never off-roaded at night, it's very hard to see off to the side. And if you're on some trails, there could be trees, there could be kind of an incline there or something. You never know. So some side lights might be in the cards for us. But that's going to do it, you guys. Short video, just want to put it in. It wasn't a short time to put it in, just because working in between the seats, trying to line everything up, being very careful with not to get any wires pinched. Make sure everything has plenty of room. It's not rubbing against anything. I took my time, got it together, but I think I'm really going to enjoy this one. Anyway, you guys, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you guys next time.